The most common muscle weakness when you have back pain. We've been treating back pain for 25 years, and what we've found, and this is scientific, it's not just us, is that there's one muscle that very often is weak, and there's a specific reason why. So we're going to talk about why, but remember, this is me right here. This is the disclaimer. These videos are for educational purposes. These are not designed for diagnosis and or treatment. If you have back pain and you need treatment, you need to see a doctor to make sure you can do the exercises. Also, you need to know, make sure you know why you have a back problem. We do what we do because of what happened to me. I had a serious back problem. I got better, and now we're helping other people get better, and we help 26,000 patients over a 25-year period that we've gotten better. My mission, and we've discovered ways to solve even the most severe back problems. My mission is to eliminate back pain from the planet. Is it achievable? Yes. Will it be done in the next week? Probably not. But we know how to solve back pain. 20% of the population has back pain, 10% has back pain that won't ever go away. We can solve that. You can solve that. And part of having back pain that doesn't go away is developing this problem with this muscle. Okay? It's called glute amnesia. What? Glute amnesia. Okay? What happens is your glute muscle, your gluteus maximus, which is this muscle on the back end here, your back end muscle, turns off neurologically and gets weaker. And there's two reasons, and it tends to be the most common weakness. Okay, that doesn't mean everybody has it, but of all the weaknesses, this one tends to be the most common. And sometimes it's just one-sided. Okay, that's almost everybody, where we have what's called a dominant hip. One muscle gets a little bit stronger and dominates the other muscle, and that's called reciprocal inhibition. So there's two reasons you have glute amnesia. One of them is when the joints in the spine are not working properly, which is really common when you have back problems, or the disc is degenerating. It slowly decreases the signal to the muscles of the back, but also the muscles of the glutes. And more importantly, what happens is we develop what's called reciprocal inhibition, or altered reciprocal inhibition. Here's how reciprocal inhibition works. As I lift up something with my arm and my bicep contracts, my tricep, the muscle that does the opposite activity, relaxes. It's called reciprocal inhibition. The longer one muscle's tight, the longer the other muscle turns off neurologically. And what happens, so there's two reasons. The first reason is the joints, and the second reason is the nerves. Okay, the muscle we're talking about is the glute. It's the glute muscle. It's the most important muscle, also the largest muscle on your body. Okay, it's important for walking, it's important for sitting, it's important for moving, it's important for everything that you do. Okay, everything with the lower part of your body is requiring a good glute. Okay, what we know is when these joints and these discs break down, they slowly alter the communication patterns. But more importantly, because we live in a culture where we sit all day long, everybody, we sit at the desk at work, which is where I am right now. We sit at home when we're watching TV. We sit when we're on our phones. We sit in the car. We're sitting all day long. We are the sitting culture. Okay, the generations before us didn't sit as much as we do. Now it's a problem. It's a problem because now everybody has back pain that's not going away. Well, part of it's because of the glute. This muscle right here will feed into the back. If this muscle's weak, it causes these muscles to break down and causes these joints to break down. If you have strong glutes, you'll have less problems with your back. Here's what happens. In the seated position, so technically she's like here, her knees are bent. Okay, these muscles in the front, which are the hip flexor muscles, they will get tight. And as they get tight, they will slowly turn off the muscles in the back. So the hip flexor muscles, they get tight, causes the glute, the muscle in the back, to turn off. The longer you are in the seated position, the tighter the muscles in the front get. Okay, the hip flexors. The tighter the hip flexor, the weaker the glute. They turn off neurologically. You may have heard it, oh, your glutes are not firing. Why are they not firing? They're not firing because the nervous system's turned off. There's a very specific way to reactivate them. But what happens is very often when you have muscle weakness, it causes these muscles to do more work, okay, and the muscles of your hamstrings to do more work, and it starts to cause further breakdown of the joints. So once the process starts, it continues. Part of what we have to do is reactivate the glutes. But to solve some of that, we have to take the pressure off the disc and reactivate the joints in the back. And the combination of the two of those will start to facilitate the healing. We use vibration to activate the glutes. We use whole body vibration. You stand on a vibration plate, and the goal is to activate the glutes. Okay? So the most common problem people have with muscle weakness associated with chronic back pain is glute amnesia. You probably heard of it, had no idea what that meant, but neurologically, the muscles turn off. Why do they turn off? Because the muscle that does the opposite activity is too tight and causing neurological interference, okay? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, ask me questions. My goal is to eliminate back pain from the planet. I get a lot of people on YouTube say, well, how can you help me? How can you help me? Okay? We're setting up systems to be able to help you. We're putting together a program you can do at home for some of these things, okay? We can eliminate most of these problems. Some of the more advanced problems, you have to come to our clinic. But even the more advanced ones, if you come in, we can get you better. We get people to flying to see us from all over the whole world, because we can solve back problems. So like our page, subscribe to our page, share our page, call this number if you have pain, 844-577-7329. Schedule a free consultation if you live in the area or you live in the United States, and even if you don't, you can come see us. Again, our goal is to eliminate back pain. We have to solve the problem in the disc. And to do that, we have to reactivate the glutes. We can do it. Take some time. Okay? Give us a call. Be careful. Be safe. I'm going golfing. It's a nice day today.